Alrighty, guys. It's all about motivation, okay? It's all about discipline, but there is no discipline when we don't get started in the first place, right? And I hear from so many people, and I see it all over the place. People don't want to get started with their goals because they're not motivated enough. Okay? They need the motivation. Now, how do you attain the motivation to achieve your goals long term? Okay? To achieve instant goals as well as long term goals. How do you get this motivation? Is it even about motivation, or is it just about discipline? Or is it about something completely different than that? Because many people, they have this pain of starting something or wanting more out of life, So they start, right? They start with it. They have a pain, they're curious, they want to explore some new possibilities. Or they have real pain in their heart, right? And they just don't know how they're going to get out there. How they're going to get out the situation. How they're going to overcome this situation and find the motivation or find the discipline to finally move out of this comfort zone and move into this new space or new territory or new situation, new life. Okay? If you don't know how to achieve it, if motivation will do it, if discipline will do it, you got to understand first, what do you want to achieve? It can be a financial goal that moves you out of your situation. It can be a personal goal of yours that moves you out of your situation. It can be anything, okay, depending on your situation. Only you know what that situation is and what that thing has to look like that will get you out of this situation, pull you out there. Is it money? Is it a skill? Is it something that you don't know about yet? Where you just need to find the spark of curiosity in the beginning, in the first place, to get you going towards your new life? Because it's not that you can solve a situation only one way, okay? You can attain this movement towards your goal in multiple ways. There are multiple ways. There are hundreds or thousands, tens of thousands of ways you can get out of this situation. There's never just one way. Ever. Even out of a prison. Probably. There are probably multiple ways out there. Now, that doesn't mean do something that gets you into jail to then break out there. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about even the most brutal situation, okay, will have opportunities for escape. That's what I'm talking about. Now, what I want you to know is that once you know what gets you out there, or once you know that you have to do something to move out of the situation that you're currently in, once you know this, you are one of the two types of people. You either are the person who wants to get going right away, who has to have this first step, who has to move in this first direction, okay? Let me actually. Well, who has to move in this first direction, okay? So one person plans it out, right? He needs number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. He needs to have a plan, okay? He needs to think about how he gets out of this situation before he feels like I'm confident enough to make this step out of this situation, right? Because it all has to do with, do I mentally have what it takes to start moving in the right direction? And there are multiple approaches that can help you to be empowered to make the first step. Now, you might be the person who wants to sit down and plan stuff out with a pen and a paper. You might are the kind of planner who wants to walk around and think about how he gets out of the situation. You might be the person who takes the bicycle, goes to a silent place, takes a swim, has clarity, and then sits down and thinks about what he does next. You have to figure out what it is. It might be that you have to talk to somebody in order to get advice, or just listen to somebody else's opinion. It doesn't matter you have to do that, but you can get an opinion from somebody. You can ask a person how he would do that. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes these opinions aren't the path to success. So if you feel like, hey, no, I don't want to do that either, then, or I might rather investigate myself before I invest my time and my effort to move forward in the right direction, then use Google. Use that goddamn thing, man. Yes, there is misleading information in that machine. Yes, there is. But you can search through the bullshit, okay? 10,000 garbage ideas are better than none. 10,000 garbage ideas will get you going. They will get you reading. They will get you invested into solving this problem. Okay? Now, once you got that curiosity, once you know, okay, I got this. I'm the kind of planner, okay, I am here now. I've done this, right? I've done all of these things. I know what it takes now. Now you can go and find actual solutions to this problem. Now, there's a second type of person who doesn't want to plan, okay? Not the type of thinker. It's not really like, it's not that he cannot think. It's not that he's not smart, no. He's the intuitive guy, okay? He doesn't want to think a lot. He wants to get right into it. Solve the problem. Done. Over. Finito. I have to move now. And there are multiple things that can hold a person like him back. Can be that the emotional pull seems to be bigger than the initial drive. Okay, than the initial drive towards the goal. Now, the good thing about this whole concept is that it is a perception. And a perception is a completely flexible construct, is a completely flexible dynamic. And you can change a conception like that, or you can change a concept like that by giving it more information, by feeding it more information, or if you have constructed this situation by feeding it a lot of information, you can maybe get rid of the situation by feeding it less information, right? By just making the first step and stop overthinking it, right? Because if thinking got you into this situation, what makes you believe that thinking will get you out of this situation? Have you ever thought about this? What makes you think that the same kind of behavior that got you where you are right now will get you out of there? You got to change something. You might as well change the most obvious one and the most easiest one first. Make the first step. Don't be overwhelmed by thoughts. Okay, make this first step. It's not your mind controlling your goals. It's you controlling your mind and your mind controlling your goals then. You control your mind. You control your mind. You control the outcomes. You control your life. You control the situation. Okay? Now, it might be something completely different than that. It might be that the emotional pull, the fear of getting there is strong, okay? Because something happened to you. Maybe because, something happened. Maybe because you are afraid that it isn't better there. Maybe it's shit. Or maybe it's also not good here, right, where you are, but maybe it's worse there. Maybe it's worse. Maybe you have thoughts like that. Dude, you never know. You never know. Okay? But the thing is this. If you don't try, you don't have options. You don't have any opportunities. You have to believe in unlimited opportunities before you can go out there and create them yourself.